In Chapter 14 of this Maddening Engage Ironman, Hortensia has invaded the castle alone and is holding Queen Sephoria hostage, but we manage to talk her down. However, suddenly, Zephyr shows up and whips out mind control magic, another classic Fire Emblem fetish. Excuse me. Plot device, and we need to fight her anyway. This is a defeat boss map with 4 bosses, and finally our unit deployment limit has gone back up to a healthy 12 slots. I decided to reclass Panette into a warrior and give her John's Forged Killer Axe, because she has very high strength, which synergizes well with high crit rates. I send John over to the left, alone, where he cannot be hurt by any of the lance enemies, and he picks them off one by one. Unfortunately, because he only has 4 movements, most of the enemies literally run right past him, and he cannot catch up. Meanwhile, on the right side, I plow through the enemies with Panette, who gets many one-shot criticals on these increasingly tanky enemies. I get the boots and radiant bow from the right side by having Panette kill a thief, and the treasure on the left side by having Alchrist snipe him with an Astral Storm. I then prepare to enter the central chamber where all of the bosses are, and I use bolting to lure Mauvir in. As I do this, reinforcement fire spawn in from the south, and feeling confident in my position, I don't really pay attention to enemy ranges all that much, and Citrine is immediately doubled and killed by a flyer. I take out Mauvir with Louis and Lyra and Zephyr next. Panette takes out a fire, but then is immediately evaporated by a 3% crit, which is so fucking bullshit. What the fuck? I clean up the remaining flyers and take out Zephyr with an Alchrist Luna, and I defeat Marnie with a bunch of magical attacks. Hortensia then moves in, and she's honestly kinda weak, so I just repeatedly attack her and feed the kill to Alir, completing the map and granting us the Byleth emblem, which gives us a 4-person dance. As the chapter closes, we leave to go find the Corrin emblem, which much like Corrin herself, has been sequestered alone in a remote isolated castle.